نفري إهو نمن رادي دارو, which means have a good day, my dear all. Welcome to this new lesson in the Aspi in Reminkami, which means the Coptic Egyptian language. Today's lesson is about prepositions with object pronouns, which is continued from the previous lesson because the previous lesson was too long, a bit long, so that's why I divided it into two. Good. So let's start. Here, the word atva or atwa, because as I said before, the and wa both are correct, depends on the accent. Okay. So if you want to say for me, you say advat or atwat. For you, masculine, advatk. For you, feminine, advadi or atwadi. For him, for it, because as I said before, if you remember, the him and it use the same thing, which is f. Okay, in Coptic does not differentiate between him and it like many languages like French and many other languages, of course. So at that for him, for it. At that's for her or it. At vadan or atwadan for us. Atvatanu for you, plural. Atvadu or atwadu for them. Okay, as you see here, the same thing. This is atva, and at the end, as a suffix of the word, comes the conjugation. So this last letter is thou represents me, and the k refers to you, masculine. The d refers to you, feminine. The f refers to him. The s refers to her or it also. N refers to us. Tanu refers to you, plural. And u refers to them. Good. So let's revise them one more time. The word adva alone, it means for. And if you want to say advat, for me, advatk, for you, masculine, advadi, for you, feminine, advatf, for him or it, advats, for her, it, advadan, for us, advatanu, for you, plural, advadu, for them. And as I said before, the v could be pronounced as v or w. So atwat, if you want to hear it with another accent, so it's going to be like that. Atwat, atwatk, atwadi, atwatf, atwats, atwadan, atwatanu, and atwadu. Okay, good. So let's take an example if you want to apply this. If you want to say, I did that for you. So I say, I err. I, if you remember from the tenses of the verbs, represents the past tense. I, it means me, myself, in the past tense. Like I did. Okay, so I err. Err is verb to do. So I err, it means I did. Fi, that or this. At va tanu. So I did it or I did this for you. Okay, that's good. So that's an application to apply an example of all these things. And of course, conjugated. For example, if I want to say I did that for you, I will say I erfai at that k. For you, feminine, I did that for you, so I say I erfai at vadi. Okay. And for him, I did that for him. I erfai et vetf. Okay. I did that for her. I erfai et vets. You see, I use this simple phrase as an example on how to apply all these things. So I did that for us. I erfai et veden. Okay. I did that for them. I erfai et vadu or et vadu. Okay. I think it's clear by now, and let's continue. So here there's another word which is uva or uwa, which means against, in front of. So if I want to say against me, I will say uvai. Against you, masculine, uvek. Okay, the conjugation as you see. Against you, feminine, uva. You see here, the feminine doesn't have anything, just blank, okay, to represent you, feminine. Good. So me, it's y, yoda. K refers to you, masculine. And if you feminine, you just put nothing. Adva without anything. That's it. That's like that in Coptic. Okay. So uvaf against him or it. Uvas against her or it. Uven against us. Uvatanu against you, plural. Uvaw against them. So you see here the conjugation. Y, yoda, refers to me. K, you, masculine. Nothing, it means, denotes you, feminine. F means it, him, it. S, the end, refers to her, it. N refers to us. Tanu, you, plural. And u, them. So I will say that one more time. Uvay against me. Uvak against you. Uva only, or uwa, it depends on the accent, as I said before, against you, feminine. Uvaf against him or it. Uvas against her, it. Uvan against us. Uvatanu against you, plural. Uvaw against them. And let's also apply this here. This is an example. For example, he was um, fighting me. He was struggling with me. He was against me. All these meanings, more or less, are the same here. So naf, if you remember, that's another example of the tenses. Naf, it means he, in the past continuous. Okay, he was whatever doing anything. Okay, so this is past continuous, and we took this lesson before, the past continuous tense. So naf, it means he in the past continuous. Naf di uvei, it means he was against me, he was fighting with me, by any other similar meaning. Okay, so also it is conjugated. If you want to say uh, he was against you, naf di uvak, you see. Now he was against or fighting with you. Naf, feminine, huh? Naf di uva. Okay, against him. Naf di uvaf. It's good to apply some examples, yes. And for example, he was against her. Naf di uvas. So against us, he was against us. fighting, struggling. Naf di uvan. He was. Okay, but this is past continuous. Huh? He was fighting. He was struggling. He was anything. Okay. The same thing here. Naf. If you want to say he was fighting against you, naf di uva tanu. You plural, of course, here. So he was fighting against them. Naf di uvaw. Good. Fine. Now I think it's more clear when you see the conjugation, how words are conjugated by the suffix at the end and so on. Good. With this example, as I mentioned, Naf di Uvay, he was fighting me, who was against me. Good. And let's continue also. Here, ensa, it means towards. Ensa. So here I didn't put the suffix in red because I want you to be familiar with the word itself. You know it. I put it in red in the previous page, so now you understand what does it mean. So if I want to say towards me, I say ensoy. The word itself ensa, but of course when it is conjugated with pronouns and so on, me, you, and all these things, it changes. So ensoy, ensa becomes enso, and with the conjugation here, ensoy. Okay. Towards you, masculine, ensok, and towards you, feminine, the same thing here, enso, with nothing here, without anything. That's to differentiate that I'm talking to you, a girl, a woman, okay, feminine. Ensof, towards him. Ensos, towards her. Enson, towards us. And so then towards you, plural. And so towards them. Good. So I will say it one more time, and you know that the conjugation at the suffix comes at the end, as we saw it before. So faster this time. Ensoy, towards me. Ensok, towards you, masculine. Enso, towards you, feminine. Ensof, towards him. Ensos, towards her. Enson, towards us. Ensoden, towards you, plural. Ensau, or enso, towards them. W at the end is. Okay. Good. And let's take this example. For example, if Moshi insoy, what does it mean? He was walking towards me, or in other words, as an expression, it means he's following me. If this is another example of another conjugation and another tense, which denotes the present continuous, if you remember that lesson of the present continuous. Okay, so if Moshi insoy, he is following me, present continuous, I mean present continuous. Okay, good. There's a difference, and if you remember, there's a difference between if Moshi insoy, he follows me, present tense, but if Moshi insoy, he is following me, if denotes the present continuous, there is you have put a stress, an accent. Okay, difference between if Moshi, present tense, and if Moshi. This is the continuous, present continuous. So if Moshi in soy, he is following me, and conjugated, of course. So if Moshi in sok, he is following you. He's walking towards. This is an expression, as I said. If you put it into if Moshi ensa or in soy, in sok, and so on, it means walking towards. In other words, as an expression, following. Okay. So he, for example, he is following you, feminine. If an accent. If moshi in so only. He's following him. If moshi in sof. He's following her. If moshi in sos. He's following us, or he's coming towards us. If moshi in son is following you, plural. If moshi in sodan. If moshi in sodan is following them. If moshi in so. Okay. In so w at the end. Good. Great. That's fine. And let's continue. Here, the word ho means also or too. So if I want to say me too, I also, whatever, and complete the sentence. So you say anok ho. Anok, it means me. Ho means too or also. So anok ho, me too, simply speaking. Entok hok, you too, or you also. Masculine, of course, because this K refers to you, masculine, as we saw it many times before. So ento hoi. This is you too, but feminine. You see here, because here when I'm talking about myself. I said anok ho, because ho, this is the word. There's nothing here. So myself. In order to differentiate between the feminine, generally speaking, sometimes the feminine doesn't take anything here. But in this case, in order to make this differentiation, so you feminine, it's ento hoy. Okay, that's a bit different, I know, because we started already the advanced level in Coptic. So you'll see some exceptions, of course. So now entof hov, he also, him too. Entos hos, she too, she also. Anon hon, we also, we too. Anon hon. Entoden hoden, you also, plural. Okay, I forgot to put the word also or to here, sorry. But the meaning, of course, it's so clear. Mm. Ento ho, they also. I will say it one more time, again a bit faster this time. Anok ho, me too. Entok hok, you too. Ento hoi, you too, feminine. Entof hov, him or he also too. Entos hos, she also. Also or too, both are more or less the same meaning, of course, here. Anon hon, we also, we too. Entoden hoden, you plural too. This is a bit long, I know. Ento ho, they also. Good. And of course, you put it in example. I didn't put an example here because this is a bit easy. Me too, and so on. But in the previous pages, I put some examples and to apply it on all these conjugations. Good. That's fine. Hope it's clear. We can make a very brief revision in just 1 or 2 minutes. Let's go back. Yes, that's the lesson. And here, advat means for, and conjugated at the end, advatk. Advat, it means for me, advatk, advadi. Okay, because this is the thou. Here, the feminine takes a yoda, I. So advadi, this letter represents the letter thou, which is like T in English, and I. Okay. So advat, advatk, advadi, advatf, advats, advadan, advatanu, advadu, and the meaning here, of course, in front of you in English. And I air an example. I air fi advatanu. I did that for you. So for, and it's conjugated by a suffix here, which refers to the pronouns. Good. And uva, which means against or fighting or in front of. It has many meaning. It depends on the sentence and the expressions. So, uvai against me, uvak against you, feminine, uva against you, masculine, sorry, vak, masculine, uva against you, feminine, uvaf against him, uvas against her, uvan against us, uvatanu against you, uvaw against them. And we took this example. For example, he was fighting with me, past continuous, naf di uvai. He was fighting against me, and the conjugation. Good. That's, I know I'm very fast now because it is just a revision of the previous things that I discussed it very slowly at the beginning in details. Good. And ensat words. So ensoy towards me, ensok towards you, masculine, enso towards you, feminine, ensof towards him, ensos towards her, enson towards us, ensodan towards you, plural, and so towards them. And we took this example. If Moshe in soy, it means he was walking towards me. In other words, as an expression, as I said, it means he's following me. If Moshe in soy, if Moshe in soy. Good. And here the last thing, ho, it means also or to. Anok ho, me too. Entok hok, you too, masculine. Ento ho, you too, feminine. Entof hov, him too. Entos hos, she also or too. Anon hon, we also. Entoden hoden, you also, two plural. Ento ho, they also. Good. Great. And let's continue now. The other things. Okay. Emma, what? It means alone. Me alone. So, Emma, what? I alone or only me. Emma, what? You alone or by yourself. Okay? It means if I wanted to say an example, but there's no not enough space to write examples here. If I say Anok Emma, what? It means me myself. I did it. For example, I say I air by Emawat. I did that by myself alone. Okay. Emawatka, you masculine. Emawadi, you alone or only you feminine. Emawatf, he alone, only him by himself. Emmawats, she alone, only her or by herself. Emmawaden, we alone, only us or by ourselves. You understand the meaning, it's clear. Emawad tanu, you alone, only you plural, by you plural. Emawadu, they alone, only them or by them. They did by them. Okay, that's easy, this one. Emawad, by myself alone, me, but of course this is the word and conjugated as I said before. Shall I say it again? Emmawat, this because it comes at the end, it could be pronounced as t. Emmawat, me alone by myself. Emmawatk, you alone. Emmawadi, you alone, feminine. Emmawatf, he alone by himself. Emmawats, she alone by herself. Emmawaden, we alone, only us. Emmawatanu, you alone. Emmawadu, they alone. And here you plural, of course. Good. Let's continue. As usual, the Coptic manuscripts. Here, I know that you saw that before, but since we are advancing, here I put here this the red square here. So the words in this red square are zoomed in here in order to be able to read it together. So let's read. Here, this is letter P. You see how decorated? This is a P, okay? Coptic. Paja, it means he said. A choice, this is an abbreviation, and we took before a lesson of abbreviations, if you remember. Paja, choice, so the Lord said, or he said the Lord, okay? Then, Moises, to Moses. It means refers to the word to. Moses. So the Lord said to Moses, Nem and Aaron. So the Lord said to Moses and Aaron. And if you remember, also in the Coptic manuscripts, words were written without spaces between the words. So Khan, it means in. Ep kahi, it means land. Ep, the masculine. So taja, choice, da, and then said the Lord, Moises nem, here it is nem, Aaron, to Moses and Aaron, Khan, Ibqahi, in the land, in Kami of Egypt. Kami, it means Egypt. It's always joined the words Kahi, the land of Egypt. So it is joined with this N. In Kami, F Jo Emos saying Ja, that. Pi, it means this. About, months. He said that this month. Phi, this month. That's this. Tarka, it means the beginning. And da, ni avot, the beginning of the months, plural, the head of the months. Okay. And da, dirompi. Okay. So the beginning, this month, the beginning of the months of the year. Rompi, it means year. Good. And as usual, and Champollion here from his book Grammaire Égyptienne, some words just go through very briefly, just to tell you how important was the Coptic language, and it was the key role which helped Champollion to decipher the hieroglyphic signs. As I said many times before, Roma, this is Saidic, it means man. Hima, it means femme, woman. Let's go through easy examples. Val or wal, it means eyes, yeux. Espodu, lèvres, lips. But this is Saidic also. And let's go next here. Dot, you see at the beginning, d, at the end, dot. Ma, which means hand. Ek, voi, bra, okay, forearm in English. Dab, which means finger, doigt in French, and so on. Nodi, for example, mammal, which means breast, and all that stuff. To show you for each lesson, as you know now, I'd like to put one page of the book of Champollion to focus on the importance of the Coptic language, which unfortunately ignored by many people. As I said before, the people who study hieroglyph, they concentrate the focus on the hieroglyphic, and the Coptic, they focus in the Coptic in the church and or outside the church, and no much correlations between both of them. But this is the main thing, the essential thing. And thank you so much for listening, and hope to see you soon in the next lesson. Ujai, be safe in the Lord. Ujai means bye.